Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of MidRank Madness. This is a game between zillasoaruss and JonnyBucks on Defender's Landing, the latter edition. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is zillasoaruss, which reminds me of Zillow.com, which is a website where you can check and see how much your house is worth. At least that's what they say. And in the top right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is JonnyBucks. So JonnyBucks versus zillasoaruss here in a MidRank Madness on your Tuesday for ya. This was sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of MidRank Madness. I take all of those that were sent to me with that subject and to that address and get them to my screeners. They choose the very best ones, and the very best ones are sent back to me. And then I cast them. Overlord scouting on out here for zillasoaruss. No drone scout from the Zerg player. Protoss is coming in with a probe, though. He's going to see this pool first action. Ooh, with the extractor as well and say, oh, okay. I understand what's happening. Checking to see, is there an expansion? There's not. I will block the drone who's trying to make one. That sounds pretty fun. All right, some little hatchery blockage here at the MidRank Madness level. Not something we see every day. Throws down the pylon. Ugh, so mad. So mad as a Zerg player. He's going to do it again. He's going to do it again. You want to expand over here for your natural base, zillasoaruss? No. Not allowed. He's probably going to throw down another pylon before he dies, and he does with his butt. Did you see that? He was facing backwards when he threw down that pylon. That was amazing. All right, zillasoaruss is now just really wants to kill the probe. Can the probe get one more off? He's forcing zillasoaruss to basically be on one base here. However, you'll notice JonnyBucks does not have his expansion yet either. Oh, he just did start it, though. He just did start it. So what's the response going to be from JonnyBucks? Let's go Roach Warren. Is he going to one base this thing? He probably, I mean, he could try to expand here, but again, the probe's hanging out. The probe's hanging out waiting for this. I've had this happen to me, ladies and gentlemen. It is not a good time at all. All right, so pool's done. Our lings are on the way. Do you honestly? Oh, you do have two lings. All right, so immediately probe dies. That's public enemy number one. Get out of there. But this is such a good wall at the front door for JonnyBucks. There's no way lings are getting through this. He could probably try to knock down this cooling tower, take forever, or this pylon also will take forever. And then I guess you do have this other ramp, this kind of double entrance thing to your base you have to worry about. Not quite walled off yet. There is a gateway there, but the lings are busy knocking down the pylon so that zillasoaruss can actually expand at the 3-minute mark, which is not ideal, not where you want to be in a ZVP, but that's just totally fine. He will live. I feel like he'll live. Double extractor 2 from zillasoaruss. I just realized that last part is probably in reference to somebody whose name is Russ. Don't you think? Don't you think what that is? Anyway, more pylons up as well. Cybercore is done. Warpgate research coming on in. Nexus is finished for JonnyBucks before his Zerg opponent even has started his expansion. This is going very poorly for our Zerg player. He has the Roach Warren. He's making 5 roaches, though, so that's fantastic. That is excellent news, and the Overlord is just making sure there are no cannons here or any adepts coming in that will cause a lot of problems. So that second hatch is done. Inject time for this queen. We'll see how good the injects are. Pretty good. Pretty good from zillasoaruss. I'm liking it. I like what I see here for sure. Probes transferring over. It's 25 to 20 probes. Protoss player is doing this extremely well. Extremely well indeed, getting adepts as you want to do in the early game against Zerg. And you got to do a follow-up, though, man. You've had your Cybercore for a while. I understand you want to probe up a little bit, maybe get some additional gas, but you've already got 2 gas inside your main base. Not fully saturating the second one quite yet, but I think that's going to be just fine as well. But I'd like to see some higher tech, because roaches and ravagers are coming to try to shut down your front door. Photon overcharge is going to be your friend, though, with the adept at the front line as well. Let's see, enough for 2 photon overcharges exactly for the mothership core. Ravager is here, and Corrosive Bile is going to try to kill that pylon. It does get photon overcharge and kill a Ravager, though. Not enough Ravagers to kill it. I think there were 2 Ravagers to try to kill that one pylon. Photon overcharge says, no. Smacks the hand away. Stargate coming up for JonnyBucks. Ooh, maybe like a Void Ray would be good here. A Void Ray would be really good here, actually. Let's see if we can get one out before we're dead as Protoss. Corrosive Bile does land on the pylon enough to kill it. Yeah, we have enough DPS to kill it, but the other pylon is up now. And does kill a Roach. So a Roach and a couple Lings and a Ravager have been killed so far. Replacement pylons on the way. Mothership core has enough for another photon overcharge in 20 seconds. Well, not 20 seconds, but 20, however long it takes to regenerate this energy, which looks like about 1 a second. It's faster than I thought it was. Coming on in. You can't photon overcharge. The Adepts are trying to kill these Roaches. They have a hard time with that as well. Mothership core just raining down fire. Has no kills, but forcing these units back. zillasoaruss is not actually sending that many reinforcements up to join the party. Well, I guess he is. He's kind of trickling them up now. He's got a few, 3 or 4 on the way. Still down 33 to 30 harvesters from Zillasoaruss, trying to put some fear of Zerg into JonnyBucks. And that's a Phoenix. Why would you go Phoenix? A Void Ray would help so much in this situation. I don't understand your choice here, JonnyBucks. I guess killing Overlords and trying to supply block your opponent is nice, but kind of the more immediate threat is going to be these Ravagers right at your front door. Robotics facility on the way for JonnyBucks. I guess Immortals would be pretty good. Pretty fine. Where are you, Phoenix? Phoenix is at the front door. Are you going to try to lift stuff so it can be killed? Is that what this is? Seems kind of like it. Where are you, Mothership Core? Where? Oh, there you are. I'm so blind sometimes. All right, so enough for one more folks on overcharge. Versatile's landing and trying to kill that pylon. Both players showing some really nice patience here, actually. And there's the photon overcharge on the pylon that was replaced on the right side and killing some Ravagers. Oh man, that pylon already has 3 kills and has just got started with the game, so I don't think you're getting through there. Probably need more Ravagers, probably 8 or 9 to make this thing happen, and you just don't have it. The anti-air is also a problem. Is that going to be more Phoenix? More Phoenix. Phoenix just hunting around for Overlords, and they found one, right? They've killed one? Yeah, they've killed one. There's another one over here on the bottom side of the map that's kind of far away. Not really maybe worth hunting after. Take a while to find it. That's what I'm trying to say here. Hydralisk Den on the way from Zillasoaruss. Zillasoaruss and JonnyBucks. They both have to have the maximum number of letters allowable in a StarCraft 2 name, don't you think? Oh, these Overlords have a bad rally. They're rallied all the way up to the front door of the Protoss, and that just means they're easily picked off. Another Overlord, yep, with the bad rally. Gonna get killed here. Some Overseers up from Zillasoaruss. And the army coming back home for the Zerg player as well. The Phoenix want to kill one of these Overseers. They keep wasting shots on the other one, though. And the lift on the Queen. 2 Queens are here, though. Oh, and they saved the Overseer and the Queens. Got 4 Queens down here at the natural base. And Overlord over here at the 3rd base is going to get picked off. Okay, these Phoenix are doing all right. I guess maybe JonnyBucks figured he didn't need a Void Ray at his front door, and he didn't, it turns out. And that Phoenix could kill Overlords to try to supply block his opponent, which he's close to doing. It's not quite reached that point yet. Oh, these Overlords, man. You can't do this when there are Phoenix on the field. If you're sending Overlords across the map by accident, is bad. They're likely going to die. Queen with the inject on the main base. A macro hatch coming in as well, having a hard time spending his money with the 3 hatches that he has now. 4 seems just fine. A big warping of Adepts here to the right side of the 3rd base for Zillasoaruss. And there's nothing here to kill necessarily. There's a Queen that could possibly get taken out. Once again, the Phoenix are just lifting these Hydras as they try to join the party. Oh, the lift and kill move by Phoenix against Hydras is so good. Get it, lift it, get it. No, don't just get hit by the... Oh, killed the Overseer, though. All right, so not dead. So JonnyBucks is taking shots to his Phoenix, but he isn't actually letting them die quite yet. Oh, some Roaches pop out of the 3rd base. Big ol' huge warping with Resonating Glaives on these Adepts, too. This is going to go well. For the Protoss player, Roaches dead, drones dead, 3rd base under direct assault. Sonic transferring on in to try to see what's going on, and are they going to do it? They do it. They Sonic transfer into the main base. Some of them do anyway. A couple are left at the 3rd. Accidentally, I suppose. Killed that Hydra. You got it. I guess they're going right after drones. Right after drones. 5 drones have been killed thus far. Pretty good pull from Zillasoaruss, getting them out of there and allowing the Roaches and the Hydras to come true respond. A lot of Roach and Hydra here actually now, and all the Adepts have been murdered. So what is that? How many Adepts? 7 Adepts killed in exchange for about 17 drones. Oh, right, another thing up here in the natural base. Yep, natural base under direct assault as well. Does get cleaned up, but it is 32 to 48 harvesters. The Protoss player, still killing stuff in the main. Where did you guys come from? Sonic transferring, man. This is how it looks to the Zerg, is a very big helping of where did you guys come from. More drones getting absolutely massacred here at the main base. We're at what, 28 killed drones in the 9-minute mark? Not good. Sonic transferring away from the army as they respond down in the natural base where all of the drones are. They're running away again. Drones are just kind of bouncing back and forth. The income tab is about 100 minerals per minute for Zillasoaruss right now. He has 17 drones remaining, which seems super bad. Pick off the Warp Prism. Get the Warp Prism. Don't worry about the Adepts. Oh, didn't get the Warp Prism. Could have got it. Could have gotten it. But priority targeting is where it's at. There's still more Adepts. 4 Adepts inside the main. They're kind of glitching out. Like they're trying to go somewhere. They should just be attacking instead, but I guess they could just get murdered by all of these Queens, who aren't necessarily great at killing Adepts, but in a 4-to-1 situation, they're going to be just fine. Just fine. Phoenix flying around, not doing much of anything. 3rd base coming up. for JonnyBucks. And here comes the counterattack from zillasoaruss. He knows he lost 35 drones. He knows he has nothing left with which to get into the later stages of this game. So he's coming up the map. He has a lot of Hydras. Do they have the muscular augments ability? They do not, which is problematic, but I don't know if he has time to wait for it or the money to afford to get it. Robotics Bay warping in for JonnyBucks. There are Stalkers here and Adepts and Phoenix, but I think we're outnumbered when it comes to army value. Pretty good concave by zillasoaruss. Probably could take down that third base. Don't go after the... There's the double photon overcharge here. That's going to turn the tides here a little bit. The Adepts doing so well against these Hydras. Hydras are doing pretty well for themselves, but slowly getting whittled down by the Adepts with the Resonating Glaives upgrade, and that's going to be all she wrote for that counterattack. A lot of the Protoss stuff died, but more Zerg stuff died. Resources lost at this point are going to be 4,800 for the Protoss player and 7,000 for the Zerg. Is there another warping down here? Another huge warping at the third base. Adepts! Good pull by the drones, though, getting out of there fairly well, but all that's really left here to stop the Adepts are going to be Queens. This is bad news, Bears. He's trying to drone up during that attack, which was smart. But then the Adepts can attack again pretty darn well. That's why you got to kill that Warp Prism. That's why you have to focus on the Warp Prism. Warp Prism comes in, just bypasses everybody. Hey, Adepts, hope you're doing just fine. I'm going to warp in some more Adepts here inside the main base. The Zerg player. And all the Adepts are dying. The Phoenix coming through Stalkers. More Adepts showing up. Another big warp in. There's nowhere to mine for these drones. There's just no happy places at all. The Phoenix are lifting the Queens. They can't transfuse. They can't attack. They can't do anything when they're being lifted, which I'm always kind of annoyed about. Drones fortified as well. Some spine crawlers are up, assisting a tiny bit here. Adepts going after a Queen. Generally not what you want to do, but if it's 5-1, again, you're going to be just fine. Phoenix, man, going after Overlords, and somehow the attacking Protoss army is mostly gone. These 3 Adepts are all that remains, and they are going to get removed. Phoenix hanging out. Did we still just lose 1 Phoenix in this game? We just lost 1 Phoenix in this game. Are you still going? Holy smokes, a big warping of Stalkers in the main base of zillasoaruss. This has been like the most harass-heavy PvZ mid-rank madness I've ever seen. This is incredible. And spawning pool out. Lings, roaches, exactly what you want here against this composition. Is it enough, though? Warping in more units. JonnyBucks thinks he can hold this thing. Can he hold it? Roaches, Hydra, Spine Crawlers coming to join the party as well. These Adepts are just causing huge problems for the Zerg player, but morphing in more and more Zerglings. Again, the Zerglings are what you want to do. Did he kill the Warp Prism? He finally killed the Warp Prism, and he got rid of everything inside his main base that's from the Zerg army, but guess what? Just showed up over at his natural base, the Phoenix. And another Adept. 2. All right, so good golly. In 13 minutes, our Zerg players lost 21 Hydras, 36 Lings, 58 drones, 16 Roaches, 7 Ravagers, 3 Queens, and a spawning pool. Ouch. Ouch is what I have to say. I don't think there's really anything he can do much. Great placement of buildings at this third base by JonnyBucks. I mean, there's warp gates here, walling stuff off. Some Lings trying to do things, but a bunch of Stalkers warping as well, which seems almost a little bit unnecessary. Spine Crawlers planting themselves at the natural base here. 24 to 53 Harvesters. Main base is devoid of workers. Third base is looking okay. Natural base is also fine. But as far as what his army is right now, it's 5 Lings and a Hydralisk and 3 Roaches. So the Protoss player is kind of hanging back. I don't know. Is he going to go for one more of these gateway pushes with Phoenix support? It seems like he very well might. APM in this game is not bad. 218 for the Zerg player, 144 for the Protoss. Oh, Colossus has joined the party for JonnyBucks. That's what he's doing with the Robotics Bay. It took him a while to get there. But he finally has Colossus, which are going to be great against the Roaches and the Hydralisks. Trying to drone up is zillasoaruss, doing fine. But again, what this does is leaves you with a smaller army than you normally would have if you had actually made attacking units instead. But I understand, you got to get that economy back up or you're going to die anyway. So you just got to gamble. You got to gamble that you can get your drone count up to a good place. Did he not replace his spawning pool? I don't feel like zillasoaruss replaced his spawning pool, which is an issue. He's going for a Lurker Den, which might be pretty fantastic in this situation, but I think the army for JonnyBucks is going to attack before that Lurker Den's even done morphing. let alone before the time it takes for these Hydralisks to morph into lurkers. 4th base, warping in for JonnyBucks along this left side, and here we go. Colossus, Stalker, Adept, Phoenix, Warp Prism to warp in additional units, and that's it. A good game out of Zillasoaruss. Recognizing he wasn't winning this battle, he taps out, and JonnyBucks is your victor today. Excellent, excellent game there by JonnyBucks. The harassment early, the harassment in the middle of the game, the harassment late. The decision to get Colossus at the end of the game was fantastic as well, and just, I mean, the warp-ins and the psionic transfers, and that was like pro-level stuff, man. He was doing a fantastic job bouncing between bases, killing everything. I think Hydra might have been a wrong choice by Zillasoaruss, just because, again, Adepts do that 22 damage per shot against Hydras, and I know they have 90 hit points, but it's not an infinite number of hit points. All right, so resources lost by the end of this game is, let's see here, 12,000 for the Zerg player compared to 10,200 for JonnyBucks. So, I mean, he lost us 58 Adepts and 12 Stalkers and 4 Pylons and a couple probes too, but just was able to visit more damage upon his opponent and got the win. 58 workers killed by JonnyBucks. Ooh. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of MidRank Madness. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Ascension before us. Our honor guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. Justice. Our duty is unending. I feel your presence. We are as one. Sense of soul, a soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala adu. Ascension is before us. Our honor guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. I sense a soul, a soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala adu. a soul. A soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. I sense a soul. A soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. Kalarulas. Aramulas. Aklaranus. Naslaran. Kinalatu. Casar di Templare. Daramanaga. Oshara Sashina. Kinalatu.